Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name's TubeTube and I welcome you to Morioh-Cho anime review. Now today we'll be talking about underrated stands. I've noticed that whenever there's a ranking for the strongest stand, it's always the same 10 stands. Sometimes it's The World, Golden Experience Requiem, Dirty's Under Cheap, etc., etc., but it's always the same thing. But the thing is, as like Dio said, that there is no such thing as the strongest stand, it's just how you use it. Since all stands are highly situational, there really isn't a way to gauge what the strongest stand is. And the way people gauge it is, they don't gauge the strongest stand, it tends to be the flashiest stand. The problem with ranking stands this way is that some stands get left out because they're not flashy, they're not recognizable. The funny thing is, a lot of these completely broken and overlooked stands could absolutely destroy some of the stronger, better-known stands. One stand that portrays this overlooked brokenness well is the stand Cheap Trick. But before we move on, spoiler warning for part 4. Cheap Trick is an automatic, close-range stand named after the American band. It has an A in power, a D in speed, a D in range, an E in durability, an A in precision, and an E in potential. Its user, a contractor named Masazo Kinoto, is portrayed as greedy, snivelly, and deathly afraid of people looking at his back. This terrifies him so much, in fact, that he goes out of his way to avoid showing his back. He doesn't know why he's afraid of it, but that reason is revealed through Cheap Trick's stand ability. Cheap Trick's first stand ability is transferring from host to host by piggybacking on a person and attempting to make the current host show their back, which causes Cheap Trick to kill its host and move on to a new host. Cheap Trick's second stand ability helps out with this, and that ability is universal speaking. That means that he can speak any language, even those of animals. He uses this ability to wear a host down mentally or cause others to attack his host. Cheap Trick also has the passive ability of damage reflection. This ability causes any damage experienced by Cheap Trick to be transferred to the current user. And this ability is exactly why I think Cheap Trick is completely broken. Let's say, for example, Cheap Trick attaches to Josuke Higashikata. Crazy Diamond can't attack Cheap Trick without harming Josuke. That is Cheap Trick's greatest strength, the lack of a user, or rather, the lack of a user that can harm him if it gets harmed too. Of course, there's some stands that could beat Cheap Trick. One stand that could beat Cheap Trick is a stand of Nijimuro Sr. This stand goes unnamed, but is assumed to be an invincibility stand. Therefore, Cheap Trick can kill him and can't transfer to new host. Thus, Cheap Trick is stuck on Nijimuro's back forever. Another stand that could defeat Cheap Trick is Golden Experience Requiem, and mainly its power Return to Zero. This would, at worst, return Cheap Trick to a previous host, and, at best, put Cheap Trick in an infinite death loop. But since that previous user is already dead, would Cheap Trick return to the dead body, float around without a host, or would it just stop existing? A stand with a similar ability is the stand Bites the Dust. If Bites the Dust were to activate, then Cheap Trick would be returned along with everyone else into a different timeline, and therefore removed from Kira. Well, that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you feel like it.